Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So this is your December 2018 month ahead general tarot reading. For your reading, guys, I'm using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for the main reading, my favourite deck at the moment. I'm also using as your advice cards at the end. These are new Blessed Be cards by Lucy Cavendish. This will show you what blessings are being bestowed on you during the month. Really love these cards. I only got them on Sunday, but yeah, fantastic. And as clarifiers, we may use the Celtic Tarot miniature cards. They're new. I love those as well. So nice. Okay. Your week aheads, usually I do those as sort of elemental readings, but they're for each of the signs. You have a week ahead, and that's on my website. The link is in the description bar, or there'll be a little place at the top of the reading at some point in the reading that you can click on it and find. It's got a little eye on it. It's a little dot with an eye on it. You click into that and you can go straight through to my website and view your week aheads through there, okay? When you get to the website, just go to the tab that says free weekly readings, a tab on that, and find your sign and have a look for what's coming in this week. So we're going to put those to the side for the time being until we need to, well, the Blessed Be. We've got the cards already out here for your month ahead December. Merry Christmas to you all, and we're going to start shopping and see what's coming in for Libra for the month ahead of December 2018. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Libra for December 2018? What's coming in for Libra for December 2018? Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards. That's the first one out, so we're going to put that in the centre, and we're going to shuffle the rest. Sorry, we've just shuffled the rest, and we're going to split the deck into three like so. Collect that back up, and we're going to start to put down the other ones, okay? So let's have a look. This is your challenge stroke influence position. This is the reason that everything is occurring. So this is the foundation card. This is possibly the recent past as a result of this energy here. The most likely outcome will be this card here. And coming into the immediate future, so say 2-3 weeks into December, is this card here. This is who you guys are at the moment in December. This is influence is coming in around this energy here. Hopes, fears, and the overall outcome. Okay, this can be what's coming in, or but this can be an influence that's around the situation, all right? So let's have a look. Who are you guys in December 2018? You are the Four of Coins. So some of you guys are being very careful. You might be very careful with your money. Four of Coins is all about the need to be careful and to be intelligent with money, usually. Because it's a coin card, so coins represent money and finance. And when you get the Four of Coins, this person's very carefully holding on to their cash because they might have very little off it, Libra. So some of you guys are probably being very careful, very protective of your finances. The Four of Coins, you guys are the Four of Coins. You might be holding on to something as well. Four of Coins can be not just finances. It can also be where you're shielding yourself, you're protecting yourself. It might also be where you're holding on to something as well with the Four of Coins energy. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because of the Page of Cups, okay? So the Page of Cups could be something new. So if you're being careful with money, maybe there's something new that you've entered into here. Page of Cups is young, it's naive. So for some of you guys, it might be that you're holding on to something here concerning money because you've started something here with the Page of Cups. You might just be sort of investigating or looking into something maybe creative. Usually the Page of Cups is something where you're naive, you're what's the word I'm looking for with the Page of Cups? You might be a bit of a novice with this Page of Cups. So this, for example, could be a job that you've got no experience in whatsoever, and you go into this new thing, or it could be a new business or a new job that you're entering into with the Page of Cups. Hence the need to perhaps protect and preserve finances just in case this doesn't work out. Might be that you're very protective. It might be concerning a child with the Page of Cups energy showing here. It might be with the Four of Coins energy, you guys are shielding yourself. It might be because the root issue is somebody else is showing you some interest. This could be a water sign individual, possibly Pisces, or it simply could be with the Page of Cups, somebody showing you some romantic interest. Maybe you feel the need to shield yourself from this potentially. We'll get the lowdown on all of this as we go through. In the recent past, you guys, the Nine of Wands energy. Again, Nine of Wands is one of those cards. It's suggested that this card is often the card that represents the bodyguard. So again, it's somebody who's being very careful and they're guarding something. But also the Nine of Wands is about struggling on. Okay, so when you get the Nine of Wands, sometimes this card will show up to say that you've taken a few hits in life, but you're still moving forward, you're still struggling, you're still carrying on. This is the card that says, I'm not leaving my post. No matter what happens, I'm staying still, I'm standing where I am. What's influencing you this month is the Two of Coins. I think that you guys are really kind of, the Two of Coins represents either needing to manage money. It might be money, might be difficult. We've got a couple of cards here that suggest difficulty concerning money potentially. Your Four of Coins is one way. Some of you guys might be protecting your financial interests here. And what's influencing you is the Two of Coins energy. And the Two of Coins might be that you're having a bit of a difficult time with finances, because this is all about needing to manage your finances carefully when you get the Two of Coins, especially if you're very protective of them. Potentially with the Page of Cups, the reason for this with the Page could be to do with children as well. For example, it might be that you're being very cautious with money. It might be the reason is because you've got children. For example, with the Page of Cups, might be what's influencing you is the need to manage money. For example, some of you guys might have been struggling on, but you're not willing to give up potentially. The energy for the month as a result of that, well, there's some worry here with the Nine of Swords, I'm afraid, showing up. So for the month of December, for some of you Librans, there might be some worry here. The root issue for this worry is the Page of Cups. Could be a child, for example. Maybe because it's coming up to Christmas for some of you guys. You've got kids to buy gifts for. It might be that there's a little bit of worry here because you're trying to manage your money. It might be that money is not so easy in this month with the Two of Coins energy. The most likely outcome, the Five of Coins. So the Five of Coins really, and I think this might be a financial reading. We do have out of 6 cards, 3 financial cards, and these 3 financial cards talk about problems with money. Okay, so more than likely though with the Five of Coins, you'll be supported because that's what the Five of Coins is. The Five of Coins shows, well, even if you are going through a difficult time concerning money situations, Five of Coins will often say as the most likely outcome that you're going to receive some financial support here with the Five of Coins. Coming in, what some of you guys have is the Two of Cups. So some of you guys are talking, you're possibly some agreement, or you're just having a chat, airing out all of your problems. Could be with a friend, for example. I think this Two of Cups is possibly where you're having some form of a conversation, or there could be some form of a partnership or an agreement on the horizon with the Two of Cups energy. Influence is coming in around that though. You've got the Ten of Swords. Interesting cards for this month, Libra, because the Ten of Swords talks about mental, what's the word that I'm looking for? All the 10, well, the 2 tens in the tarot, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords talk about burdens. You might have some mental burdens on you, influences coming in. I feel that you're talking about some form of an agreement here with the Two of Cups energy, and influences around that that agreement here. You might be feeling pressured, mentally pressured, some of you guys, with this 10 of Blades, 10 of Swords energy showing here. Hopes or fears? Well, the Two of Swords, I think the hopes are really just to cut a lot of this out, because the Two of Swords is shaped, if you see, like a pair of scissors. So the Two of Swords, and it might also be that your fear, because the Two of Swords, if you look at this card, it shows a final notice. So this person's ignoring a letter, final notice, the bills, for example. Your fears might be not being able to pay the bills. Trying, you know, if you've got children, I think there's a lot of this might be to do with having to pay out for Christmas. And it might be that you've got a bit of a shortage of money here. And it might be that you're talking about rearranging stuff with the Two of Cups. You're having a conversation in the immediate future with that Two of Cups energy. And your fears might be, well, if I've got things to pay for the children and I'm needing to be cautious because money isn't so good and I'm trying to manage the finances more effectively, my fear might be with this Two of Swords, well, what if I have to cut certain things out? What if with the Two of Swords I can't afford to pay certain bills because of the Christmas period coming up here, and I ignore certain things? What's the overall outcome for the month though? Well, the Magician. It's not a bad card in the outcome, because the Magician is all about starting to plant new seeds. The Magician is all about taking your time and investing in new ideas. And you've got this conversation happening here in 2 to 3 weeks, sort of around, I think it'd probably be around 2 weeks or even in 1 week, because Christmas is only sort of 2-3 weeks away, something like that. Yeah, it's about 2 to 3, it's about 3 weeks away, it's Christmas. So coming up very shortly, there's going to be some talking going on here, possibly talking, trying to get some agreement going. And the overall outcome here is, from that, you have the overall outcome for the month being the Magician. I think where you're starting, I think there's a rearrangement happening here, because the Magician is number 1. And the Magician can also say where you're taking control of the situation as well. So it could be from an agreement coming in here. The overall outcome is basically taking control of the situation. Possibly you're starting to plant some new seeds with this Magician energy. Also from this agreement, possibly the overall outcome is things are starting to manifest. Good things are starting to manifest. I do feel for some of you guys there's a worry about money coming up. This is just really the first reading around this. I'm going to get some clarifiers on this just to see what this is. So you guys are showing us the Four of Coins, and I'm going to see, because it might not be money, but I do feel in the first reading for some of you guys is the money situation, and we're going to quickly go through this again. The first lot of cards are really saying for some of you Librans, you're being very careful with your money, you're holding on tight to what you have. It could be to do with a child, Page of Cups, or your children, for example. I think that you have been struggling along. Nine of Wands energy. You're really tired, some of you guys, and you have been struggling along to try and make things work financially, because what's influencing you this month in December, or what's challenging you, is the Two of Coins, and that's needing to manage your money correctly, because there could be a bit of a shortfall here. So this is having to, you know, rob Sammy to pay Lammy, as my mum would say, rob Peter to pay Paul, that type of thing. This is all about trying to manage your finances carefully. As a result of that, it might be for the month, for some of you guys, there's a little bit of worry and anxiety going on here, but you will be supported. Now, that support will come through the Two of Cups. You're either talking to family, or usually this could be anyone. This could be talking to the bank manager. This could be talking to your family. This could even be talking to maybe a loan company with the Two of Cups energy, because what's coming in around that is that some of you guys are feeling a lot of mental pressure with that Ten of Swords energy. You're feeling really, really bogged down, and your fears will be not opening up the bills, not paying the bills with the Two of Swords, having to cut certain things out with that Two of Pentacles to make things work, to balance out the finances. But the overall outcome, I feel, Libra, for the month with this Two of Cups is there's an agreement here showing up, and that agreement allows you guys to put yourself in much more of a controlled situation. That agreement could also see other things manifesting, like more money, for example, especially as you've got the financial support going on here. So I think that December, it's going to be good for you, okay? It's just about getting those finances sorted out, because some of you guys are literally probably very, very worried about the Christmas period, but I think that you'll overcome that. It'll either be family gives you a loan, or you've got help coming in from family, or you've got some form of financial support coming in from another source. The second part of the reading, though, let's get the clarifiers and see why you guys are showing as being the Four of Coins. Why is Libra showing as being the Four of Coins in December 2018? The Three of Wands is the reason why. So I feel that you feel the need with this Four of Coins energy showing here, and it is probably to protect your money with that Four of Coins energy showing here. I feel with the Three of Wands energy, it might be something to do with a creative project. It might be something to do with a new business project, for example. The Three of Wands is often a card that shows up when you are networking with people from afar. Okay, so it might be with the Three of Wands energy, there's a business deal going down here with the Three of Wands energy, and you feel the need to be very careful around your resources concerning a business deal, for example, or concerning maybe a job, or maybe that you've been networking in terms of business with others. But there's a need to protect your money, because I think that this is something that's new. It's untried, it's untested. Some of you guys don't have much experience in this with the Page of Wands. In the recent past, you guys have been struggling. You've been soldiering on with the Nine of Wands, and I'm going to see why you've been soldiering on with this Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is the soldier of the tarot, soldiering on. Let's have a look at why you've been soldiering on. Well, because with the Five of Wands, there's some challenges that you guys have been facing with that Five of Wands energy. You've been soldiering on because you've got challenges with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands shows challenges, it shows worries, it shows fears, it shows some form of a conflict. So I feel that guys have been battling through with the Nine of Wands energy, because you have had some conflicts with the Five of Wands. You might have had conflicts with other people showing up here, okay? And I feel that and it might also be that there's some internal fear, some internal worry here. You've been battling through the internal worry. I think it's got to do, for some of you guys, with something that's new here, something you don't have much experience in, and you feel the need. I think this is more than, this could be an external thing, but I also feel that this might be an internal thing as well, because you feel the need with the Five of Coins to protect what you have, because there's a new venture here that you're walking towards. You've been moving towards a new venture, probably with a group of people, for example, with that Three of Wands, but there's always the need to be very careful and very cautious. So I do feel that you guys are being very cautious here, especially with your finances, to do with some form of a new venture, because Three of Wands is all about a new venture, because the root issue is that this is something new. This is something you don't have much experience in, and you guys have been soldiering through the fears that you've been feeling here, okay? Because with the Five of Wands, there's a lot of inattention going on. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of worry concerning this. So basically, I think in these three cards, you don't know whether this thing is going to work out or not. So you'd rather protect your interest rather than going full throttle. What's influencing you this month or challenging you is this Two of Coins. And I'm going to have a look at what this Two of Coins is about. Well, it's about the Page of Swords, okay? So I feel that more than anything, you guys, what's influencing or challenging you is that you're 50-50, you're unsure, okay? And this is about the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords might be something that you've found out, because the Page of Swords is a discovery card. If you look at this card here, this is new information, okay, that's come to light with the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is a researcher within the tarot. So some of you guys might have found out some new information here, and it might be with the Two of Coins energy that you're kind of 50-50. It might be with the Two of Coins as well, that what's challenging you this month is financial matters, where finances are a little bit up and down, and this is concerning the Page of Swords. This could be to do with legal documents, with the Page of Swords energy. It could be to do with information that's come through. It could be to do with the bills. The Page of Swords usually is bad news or not very good news, okay? So it could be something to do with documents or some news coming in about financial situations. And with the Two of Coins energy, it might be that you're kind of, with the financial element of your situation, that you are trying to manage your finances in light of maybe some not very good news that's coming concerning your finances. Or it will be that you're probably weighing things up in terms of information that you've received about perhaps this new venture, which is why through the month of December, some of you guys with the Nine of Swords might be a little bit anxious, might be a little bit worried, and I'm going to see what that worry is all about with this Nine of Swords. Let's get another card on that. The King of Cups. Okay, so I feel with the Nine of Swords, and I'm going to read it in this way. I don't think it's a person, this King of Cups energy. I'm going to read it as being an energy, only because it just smacks to me off that. It might be that you're very blind to what your emotional intellect is telling you, because the King of Cups is all about being emotionally intellectual. So if we turn the emotional intellect word around to be, say, for example, your intuition, because cups are all very much to do with intuition. When you get a King of Cups as well, the King of Cups is a card that indicates being emotionally savvy. So this person here, the King of Cups, is always very self-aware. So he's a card about being self-aware. And it might be that you guys are very kind of blind to what your self-awareness is telling you. It might be the energy for the month is that you're kind of blind. You can't see what your intuition is telling you through the month of December 2018. Because here we've got you guys being very cautious, for some of you, around your money situation, because there's a new venture that you're walking towards. Could be a new job, it could be a new business deal, for example. It could be that you're inclined to invest in something, but you feel the need to be very, it could be that you've been connecting with others, working on a business situation with people from afar, for example, but you're being very careful with your money here, especially when it comes to investing in people that you don't know. You know, there's an opportunity on the table, but you say, oh, I'm not sure whether I'm going to invest in that because I'm not sure whether I'm going to lose my money, because you're a novice in this, you're inexperienced, it's something new. It might be something that is fantastical, something that is, this might be something that is very, because this deals with the imagination, the Page of Cups does. So it might be with the Page of Cups energy that this is something that, seems very, very good in terms of, on paper. It might be very, very good how it looks. But really when you go into it, it might not be so great, especially if you are kind of weighing things up because some information has come to light about this thing, okay? Because this is the imagination, but this is the truth. All right, and you guys have been with the Nine of Wands holding on in there, even though, because with the Five of Wands energy showing here, you do have some worries concerning this situation showing here, okay? And therefore, as a result of that, the energy is that you can't see what your intuition, what your emotional intellect is telling you to do. The most likely outcome for this situation as a result of anything with the Five of Coins, well, the Five of Coins could either be that if you do invest in this thing, maybe there's a loss of money, but I'm going to see what this Five of Coins is about. Five of Coins is about financial hardship. Five of Coins is about loss of value, so losing things, losing money. Five of Coins is also to do with financial help. So what's this Five of Coins about as the most likely outcome? Let's have a look. The Six of I do feel that financially you will be supported, because it's about support. The Six of Swords is support. Okay, this is also clarity, but I think that because I'm looking at the card in terms of the Six of Swords is being supported. So I feel that with the Five of Coins, the most likely outcome will be support, financial support coming in here, because it's all about the Six of Swords. I'm asking, well, what's the Five of Coins about as the most likely outcome? Well, it's about the Six of Swords. It's about receiving support. So more than likely, you're going to receive some form of financial support, or maybe this is some sort of a financial breakthrough here. Okay, because the Six of Swords is all about a new direction. It's also about a financial breakthrough. Not necessarily financial breakthrough, but it's to do with clarity as well, and a breakthrough, for example. And also we do have the Six of Coins, and the Six of Coins is where you receive. So the sixes represent balance and harmony being restored. So this could be receiving support in which you receive gifts or you receive money. So more than likely for the month, I think you're going to have some financial support. Okay, because the Six of Swords, it's all about the Six of Swords, receiving that support, Six of Swords energy, in which you're going to receive Six of Coins energy, money, gifts and help and support. This is also support, the Six of Coins, okay? Coming in, what you guys have is the Two of Cups. What's this Two of Cups about? I think this is a conversation or an agreement. What's this conversation about, or this agreement showing up here? The Five of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Swords, you know, I'm asking, well, what's this Two of Cups about? And it's about a Five of Blades. So the Five of Swords, this is an agreement here, but it's about the Five of Swords energy. So the Five of Swords is often a dispute, or the Five of Swords is to do with inner conflict, or this is to do with doubt, or this could be to do with putting yourself first with the Five of Swords energy, okay? I think that there is an agreement here that you're really going to have to do what you're going to have to do despite everything else, because that's what the Five of Swords is. Five of Swords is also about putting yourself first, regardless of whatever your doubts are. If you look at the two people in the back, if we look at this as an energy, this is all about doubt, self-doubt. So it might be with the Two of Cups energy, you're speaking to a friend, or you're speaking to, a friend, or you're speaking to a family member. I think this is speaking to friends or speaking to family member. And I think with the Two of Cups energy, you'll agree that you're just going to put yourself first despite the doubts that you feel coming up here. Because I do think that you guys have got doubts. I feel that you can't see what your intuition or your emotional intellect is trying to tell you. And I feel from that, you'll have a chat with someone and you'll say, okay, I'm going to go for this thing. Despite my doubts, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do this thing. Okay? And coming in around that will be the Ten of Swords, though. I think there's a lot of overthinking with this Ten of Swords going on. Let's have a look at what this overthinking is about with this Ten of Swords energy. Well, you're overthinking. You're thinking that you're going to be lied to. Somebody's going to rob you. Seven of Swords. Your overthinking is to do with the Seven of Swords. We don't always read the Seven of Swords as lies and deception. Sometimes it can be an amazing card, strategizing, planning. But the Ten of Swords is saying here, to me, this says there's a lot of overthinking here, and your overthinking here is that you're going to be robbed. Seven of Swords is a liar and it's a thief. You're going to be robbed. Okay? You're going to be robbed of your strength. And your strength will be in your savings and your money. Okay? So you're going to be, your fears are, shit, you're doing a lot of overthinking coming in here. Even though you've discussed with a family member or a friend or whoever it is with that Two of Cups, I'm going to have to put myself first, despite the doubts that I feel about this thing. Some of you Librans are going to be feeling still that mental weigh down, that mental overbearing, that what if somebody takes away the very thing that's giving me strength at the moment, which is the money that I have in the bank, the money, my savings. And some of you guys will be afraid that if I invest in this thing, I'm going to get ripped off. Your hopes or fears will be the Two of Swords. I think that this is a fear with the Two of Swords. Let's have a look at what shows along with the Two of Swords energy showing here. Well, the Knight of Swords energy showing here. Okay. I feel that your hopes are with this Two of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is really to go with our passions and our goals. That's what the Knight of Swords is. But you're saying no to doing this thing. It's almost like your hopes would be that you would, with the two cards, be more diplomatic, not so much think about rushing in. You don't want to make a mistake with these two cards. Look at the hands on the woman. She's saying no to this person. So she's saying no to the haircut. She's saying, no, I don't want the haircut. Even though she's got a haircut here anyway, it doesn't matter. She's saying, no, I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to go for it. I'm not going to take a risk. So your hopes would be that you don't take a risk on this. That this isn't something that is too risky for you to go for. The overall outcome, though, is the Magician. What's this Magician about in the overall outcome? What's this Magician about in the overall outcome? Let's have a look. That's good. The Sun. Okay. So it's brilliant. The overall outcome is what's manifesting is good things from this. Okay, the overall outcome for the December will be that you'll start to see manifesting with that Magician. If you take control, if you put your energies into this, if you look at it in terms of a positive way, you'll start to see positive results with the Sun. This is two very good energies together, the Magician and the Sun, because what's manifesting is some positive results with the Sun energy showing here. Okay, some very positive results in terms of this energy showing here. It's an excellent reading. We're going to go through this reading again, Libra. I think for the month of, you've already had the first one card sort of per area reading. With the clarifiers, I do feel for the month of December, some of you guys are protecting yourself. You're protecting your finances in terms of a new project or a new venture. So you guys are very, very protective of your finances in terms of the Three of Wands. It's all about the Three of Wands. So why are you protecting your finances? Well, it's all about a new venture that you're walking towards. It's about a group of people. It's about a group of individuals you've been networking with, and it's probably likely to be a business idea or a business investment, for example, because this is something new. You don't have much experience in this, and the last thing that some of you guys want to do is make a mistake. Now, you guys have been struggling on Nine of Wands. You've been keeping by your post because you've had a lot of challenges that you've had to face, but also there's an internal conflict going on here. And some of you guys, the challenge this month is that you're weighing things up with the Two of Coins energy. There's a sense of uncertainty here, possibly to do with some information that you found out with that Page of Swords. You've been looking into these things and you're kind of like, well, I'm weighing it up because this is all about the truth, the Page of Swords, because I found some information. But this Page of Swords information won't be everything. Remember, the page is young, so this is only a certain amount of information that some of you guys have found out about this thing that you want to invest in, and you're weighing things up. The other challenge for you might be with the Two of Coins, why you're kind of guarding your finances regarding a new venture, is because what's challenging you with the Two of Coins is finances. You're having to try and manage your finances because with the Page of Swords, maybe you've had some debt letters come through. Maybe you've had some information that's come through that's not so good regarding your finances. And as a result of that, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords, where I'm seeing the hands over the eyes, you're very blind to what your intuition is trying to tell you. Very blind to it, okay? You're very blind to what your emotional intellect is trying to tell you. Okay, I'm going to have a look at what your emotional intellect is trying to tell you. I'm just going to get another card. What is Libra's emotional intellect trying to tell them with one card? The High Priestess. Oh God, it's the intuition card again. It's telling you to trust your intuition. What is the intuition telling Libra? What is the intuition trying to tell Libra? The Five of Cups in the reverse. That everything is going to be okay. That this is something that can help you overcome problems with the Five of Cups in the reverse. Because Five of Cups in the reverse is overcoming fear, overcoming problems. And your intuition is telling you, go for this thing because it could be something good for you. But you won't do it, you see. You're blind to that. You're kind of shutting out that emotional intellect that tells you to trust your intuition. And your intuition is telling you that everything will be all right if you do this thing. Okay, but because you've probably got money worries with the Two of Coins showing here, and that those money worries could be to do with some information that's come to light with the Page of Swords concerning bills, that type of thing, money that you owe, that kind of thing. Or for some of you guys, it's to do with you weighing things up because you've had some information about whatever this new venture is, which is why you're being very careful with your finances. And also with the fact, with the Page of Cups energy, Libra, that this is something that's very new to you. You're kind of saying, I can't do it. Despite you think this might be a really, really good thing, you're kind of looking at the here and now rather than envisaging where this could go and that it could actually be a good thing going forward. You're saying, well, no, I'm just looking at the situation for what it is at the moment and I'm really scared of losing my money on this. However, the most likely outcome will be, and it's good because it's showing both here and here, that the most likely outcome here will be as a result of these energies, if you do this thing, as a result of this, okay? So because you guys are feeling like, I don't have much experience in this. This is something new, it's untested, and I don't have much experience. Therefore, I'm scared, I can't see, I don't want to see. I'm going to block out my emotional intellect. My emotional intellect tells me to trust my intuition because things could be okay. More than likely, as a result of that, what you'll find is you will have, with the Five of Coins, that financial support. Because it's all about the Six of Swords. There's going to be some form of a mental breakthrough here. You're going to be able to see that this is something that you can receive some money in. You can receive some form of financial support or some form of financial reward from. Coming in from this energy where we see that you have been struggling with your own with your own emotional intensity, your own emotional conflict with that Five of Wands energy showing up there, because you're probably either worried about money with the Two of Coins, trying to balance your money out. You've had information maybe about some debts that you owe, that type of thing, or you're with the Two of Coins, you're weighing up some information you've found out. It's saying from here you'll have a discussion about this, and some of you guys will decide through that discussion to put yourself first despite the doubts that you have with the Five of Swords energy. However, still, around the situation for some of you Librans, you do have that mental overburden, that overthinking with the Ten of Swords energy showing here. Well, what if I'm robbed, the Seven of Swords, of my strength? My strength being in what I have financially at the moment, my savings. Okay, and some of you guys, the hope will be that you don't take a risk, because the Two of Swords says no to the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the risk taker. The Two of Swords is always going to be like, well, no. So your fears will, your hopes will be, well, I hope that I'm not taking a risk on this. The overall outcome, though, from discussing, putting yourself first despite your doubts, the overall outcome will be, well, it could be the beginning, the Magician energy, of something really good and really successful in the future. So this month, there is a lot of kind of mental imbalances going on with Libra. There's a lot of fears attached to a new venture. Perhaps you have to put down some form of an investment, a financial investment, because you've got that Four of Coins showing there needing to protect the finances. Because there is imbalance with the finances, Two of Coins. Because you might have found out something about this particular opportunity. But the cards are saying to you, don't worry about it. Take a little bit of a leap of faith, because you're afraid to do that. Your hopes would be that you don't take a risk. The Two of Swords is saying no to taking the risk of the Knight of Swords. But the overall outcome is showing here is you're going to receive that financial support, and the overall outcome from that, it could be the start of a really good venture for the beginning, for the start of a really good venture that you're entering into financially. It's up to you. Just rely on whatever your intuition tells you. But, you know, I feel that this is really saying in December, some of you guys are really letting fear stand in the way of you actually making a little bit of money, either over the Christmas period or possibly going into the new year. Let's have a look at your blessings. So we're going to have a look at what blessings are being bestowed on Libra for the month of December 2018. Universe, Spirit, what blessings are being bestowed on Libra? What blessings are being bestowed on Libra for the month of December 2018? Show me. Okay, a blessing for a mother, it says. Okay, let's have a look at read of that. Some of you guys might be single parents. You might be trying to get something off the ground here to make more money, and you might be afraid of gambling the very little that you have. But it's saying that if you take a risk through the cards, you can't go wrong, because it could be the start of a really good venture for you. Let's just have a quick look at the booklet, and this is number 12, I believe. So number 12, a blessing for a mother, it says, is for the month. So a blessing for a mother, so that she knows and deeply understands the sacred and challenging path she walks, and appreciates that the state and the rights of motherhood evolve just as a child. And it might be this as well. The root issue is all about your children. Page of Wands. Maybe you're trying to protect your money because it's all about a new venture that's happening here for you, because you do have children here. And it might be that you're standing, you know, you've been really, in the recent past, you've been really kind of holding on. You've been standing strong because of the children. Five of Wands can also be children as well, okay? Because you are kind of having to struggle with money here. Page of Wands could be the bills. Page of Swords, sorry, could be the bills, for example, coming in. But you're worried. Nine of Swords energy. You're blocking out your emotional intellect, showing here. The intuition telling you that everything's going to be okay, for example. Because you are holding on so tightly to money. It could also be because of your children as well. But everything should be okay here, because this could be the start of a good venture. It says here, may you be blessed with your children's well-being. May motherhood ignite in you the flame of healing for any wounds from your own childhood. May the earth mother and bless you as you walk through the challenges of the way of the mother. May your arms be strong, but not so tight as to not know when to soften and release the tender ones from that fierce protection. And I feel that some of you guys with the Nine of Wands as well are very protective of your children as well, showing here. But I do feel that this might be to do with a financial situation, and you're worried about making a mistake here. Whether you're a mother or not, I do feel that you're worried about making a mistake. Let's have a look at what other blessings are being bestowed on you. Okay, oh my God, look, a blessing on the children. So a blessing for a mother and a blessing for the children. So in the first reading as well, this could be about the children as well. It looks to me like potentially you have, for some of you guys, you do have kids and you're worried about the kids. So you're worried about wasting money or spending money in the wrong way because the children have to come first. But I feel that the universe is saying, don't worry, you are blessed as a mother stroke father, and also the children are blessed too. You're not going to go hungry. You're not going to have to worry. You're going to be fine. So whether the second reading resonates with you or the first reading resonates with you, whether this is your inexperience as a, as an entrepreneur or in business, or whether this is worries for a child because there are other things financially you want to invest in because you want to make life better for yourself, for your children, it's saying don't worry about it. You will be financially supported. You really will. You will be financially supported. Some of you guys, it might even be here that you're having a conversation about the Five of Swords, problems going on. It could be with authority figures, for example. It could be in work. It could be with finances, especially as you're with the Two of Coins trying to make your money stretch here because you've had the bills come in with the Page of Swords, that type of thing. Don't worry, you will be absolutely fine because you are being blessed. The universe, that just dropped out. So it's definitely for some of you guys, you're a mom with children or you're a father with children. You're a single parent with children. You're going to be blessed this month. Both you and your children will be blessed. All right, that's your reading, Libra, for the month of December 2018. As I say, if you want to have a look at what's coming in for the week for you, head on over to the website. You'll be able to... the link is in the description bar, or you can click on the little I tab that takes you straight through to the website. Click on the free weekly readings on the website and you'll look for Libra and you'll find your reading there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.